How to fall asleep in under 3 minutes. Sleeping within a few minutes of going to bed, for some, might seem like a far-fetched dream, especially in this day and age of overstimulation. But in reality, it's so much easier than you think. You just have to change your mindset, implement some tips, and then stick to a schedule. Before you know it, you'll be falling asleep as soon as you've gone to bed. And for some people, this might seem like a promise that might go unfulfilled. But in the minutes that follow, we'll be sharing with you tips that have worked for many others and that'll work for you too. In this specific video, we'll be talking about how you can change your environment alongside useful tips. And we'll top it off with an infamous method used by the US Navy. For the first tip, we advise you to sleep in a place where it's dark. Darkness reminds our body that the day has ended and that it's time to go to bed. Our body then reacts by relaxing and tuning itself to start sleeping. It is extremely important to avoid a well-lit room for sleeping. It actually seems like very straightforward advice, but some people still forget to put the lights out and wonder why they aren't able to sleep. So if you're one of them, try and flick the switch, or for any reason you can't, just grab an eye mask and put it on. If you're always sleeping or trying to sleep with the lights off, then don't worry. We've got great tips coming your way too. Unwinding and relaxing prior to going to your bedroom is another effective method that is helping out many people. Listening to soothing sounds, reading books, and carrying out activities of that sort will surely help in decreasing the time you need to go to deep sleep. Other advices that can help one to fall asleep faster include getting a proper amount of sunlight, eating properly, and in general, priming your environment. Although all the solutions we have pointed out so far are very effective, they cannot be implemented if you're in bed while watching this. You can try them out for tomorrow night. Without further ado, here are practices that will help you sleep in a few minutes, if not seconds. The solutions rely heavily on deep breathing. They may not work for everyone all the time, but they're definitely worth a shot. The first method we're going to discuss is the 4-7-8 method. Basically, what you'll be doing here is you'll breathe in for 4 seconds through your nose, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds, which explains the name 4-7-8 technique. It is advised to sit in a comfortable position and carry this exercise out for about 4 cycles. Although there aren't adequate researches on this method, users have been very satisfied with it. Aside from letting you sleep shortly after practicing, it also has been shown to reduce anxiety and hypertension. The second method we'll be sharing with you is probably the best if you're watching this lying in bed. It's called diaphragmatic breath. While lying down, bend your knees and then place one hand on your chest and the other one on your stomach. And finally, take deep breaths in through your nose and release using your mouth. Make sure that only your diaphragm is moving, not your chest. And a few minutes later, you'll see that you're already asleep, aren't you? The next method we'll be sharing with you is a method used by the US Navy. It is allegedly a scientific method to fall asleep and has been used for a while now. This method dates back to the Second World War. The backstory is this: the soldiers of the Navy are on duty in a war. Their lives are set on the battlefield for as long as the war lasts, and you wouldn't blame them if they were unable to get a good sleep in that condition. And so the soldiers are tired and worn out, unable to make good decisions. They were feeling that terrible feeling you get when you haven't rested for days. The age-old saying that goes, "Necessity is the mother of invention," should not go unmentioned here. Looking at how tired the soldiers were and how affected their performance on the battlefield, the Army chiefs came up with a new method that came to be known as the Navy method. After this method was shared with the military members, things changed drastically. Soldiers started sleeping within 120 seconds, at times while sitting down and listening to gunshots in the background. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Here's how they do it. First off, focus on your face muscles. We often neglect our faces when we try to sleep and concentrate on our breathing. This method advises that we should relax the muscles on our face, all 43 of them, and feel our face relaxing. Let your mouth, jaw, eyes, and tongue go loose. The next step is to loosen your shoulders and upper body. Next, start breathing and let your arms rest. Simply let them go limp. Feel them relax. What have we left now? Ah yes, the legs. Do the same thing you did with your upper body and let loose. We're so close to the last and most important part, which is clearing our mind from everything around us and start thinking about nothing. Just start visualizing yourself in a very relaxed state and hold that image in your mind for 10 seconds. If this doesn't work for you, then repeat the physical relaxation process and then repeat the words, "Don't think," for 10 seconds. That is the secret of the military, and we hope it works for you as it has for many others. If it doesn't, don't worry. Learning to do almost anything requires practice. Even the soldiers struggled at first, but within 6 weeks, they were experts in the field. To summarize, sleeping shortly after going to bed is not a luxury that is reserved for children alone. Adults can also sleep fast. They just have to follow these techniques, as well as others, and act accordingly. Emphasizing on breathing is important if you're in bed, awake. Just relax, close your eyes, and let go. For more like this, please subscribe to our channel with notifications on. If this video has helped, hit the like button to show your appreciation. And let us know what you think in the comments section. See you next time.